Traitor! Traitor! They ran away. They ran to the north. The witch and the traitor.
Going to be a grim harvest here this year.
Ooh. Yes, burn. Your kind has been dismembering and burning mine since time immemorial. I must admit, the smell of charred human flesh is so very enticing.
My orchard. My life's work. All gone in an instant. The earth quaked and split open, and a great pestilence came down upon us, along with a host of void-woken. They were led by a huge void-woken of the like I've never seen. Some winged horror. The last thing I saw were its talons coming for me.
This used to be farmland. Beautiful land. Perfect land. Good for growing. Good to raise a family by. Good. Good. End times, I think. I think this is it. I think this is it for us all. I think these are the end times. There was a couple staying in my place. Young folks. Sweet folks. Hiding from the Reds. But then came the end. I wonder if they made it.
The bodies! The smell of death! What your kind calls a spring barbecue. The Black Ring, of course. At least they're honest about how wicked they are. The Ganglelegs have gone nuts for good this time. They're destroying the place for reasons too stupid to know.
Don't wait for me, lads. You have to get her. She's too dangerous. She's Black Ring. Black Ring, and she'll gut you in a heartbeat. Oh, God, I'm hit. Go on without me. Don't let her escape.
A guest? How brazen of you to enter without knocking. Perhaps I'll give you a chance to explain yourself. You're no ordinary traveler, are you? You positively reek of sauce. Are you the one responsible for this mayhem surrounding us? And whoever turned this stretch of cow country into a death-filled valley is likely to be powerful enough to help you. Is that what you thought? You look like someone who wouldn't turn down a good thing when it comes to them. How about a little deal? You help us, and I'll show you how to make true use of sauce. This is Mahali. We absconded together. I from the Black Ring and he from the Magisters. We fell for each other while I was his prisoner. Love will set you free. Mahali put himself at great risk to free me from Magister captivity. We made it clear, but he picked up quite a nasty wound. We found refuge in this charming hamlet. But then, well, I'm sure you saw for yourself. The landscape tore itself open, Voidwoken appeared. It was far too dangerous to try and move elsewhere. There was also some form of decaying shroud that aggravated Mahali's wounds, but it appears to have dissipated. Small blessings. So, now we must escape this place. Help us, and I will help you. Thank you. Please, clear the way so that we can head south in the direction of the coast. The north is too dangerous. It crawls with Voidwoken. Once you've helped Mahali and I pass freely, once we're truly clear, I'll give you what you want. All that you want. I owe you a debt. But I already know what you desire. And I intend to pay in full. Right now. Tell me, do you know exactly what I am? Excellent eye, my dear. You are correct. I am indeed a succubus. Love is my power. It enthralls those who lie with me and feeds me yet more power. My source abilities are linked to this aspect of me, and it is through this aspect that I must reward you. You have my word, though. I will not use my powers to make you my thrall, just as I hope you won't use what I show you to become some sort of tyrant. Mahali understands who I am. That's why we're meant to be together. Let's see what you're made of. My. That was intense, wasn't it? Truth be told, there was nothing really left to teach you, but I felt it would be rude to stop once we got going. Once you've caught your breath, I actually have another little request for you. You have helped me to escape immediate danger, but I remain a fugitive from my old life and the promises I made to it. The Black Ring swear allegiance to a powerful being, the God King. This is not a mere oath of duty, this is the Covenant. And those who accept it are bound to the God King. They are sworn. I am sworn. You have to understand, Lucian's death fog broke us. We were left defeated, leaderless. And then the God King started to speak to us. He offered victory, immortality, anything we desired in exchange for loyalty. How could we refuse? Once you are sworn, there is no escape. Your life is the God King's. Fail or betray him, and you are doomed. Unless you find a way to break the Covenant. That is where you come in, my dear. I discovered the existence of ancient implements called Swornbreakers. They are rumored to be able to break any magical pact, including the Covenant. And while enslaved by the Magisters, I noticed a tablet in their excavation site in the Black Pits. It bore markings that looked very similar to how these Swornbreakers were described to me. Will you retrieve it for me? It is a promise that you cannot break, unless you want to end up broken yourself. Those who are sworn to it are bound to the God King, come victory or defeat. If you try to break the Covenant unprepared, then you are sealing your own fate. He is a god for the godless, a beacon for those who have no place in this world. He seeks to cast down the world of the Seven and build a new world with the Sworn at his side. The Black Ring flocked to him after Lucian unleashed his death fog. The undead stand by him because he offers them a return to life. I don't know why the Voidwoken flock to him. But I want to be with Mahali. That is why the God King and I must part ways. That is why I need a Swornbreaker. My, you are a special one, aren't you? Well, that settles it then. I will join you, and I guarantee we will find use for each other in the future. By the by, a black little birdie told me you've a ship along the shore. That is where we'll go. Enjoy a bit of sun while we wait for you to conclude your business along Reaper's Coast. In the meantime, have a little token as a thank you for all that you've done for me so far.
I see you, but you are no elf. This place is not for you. Its trial is not for you to attempt. Very well. You may face the trial. You shall learn all that you need to know. Elves know that nature is a finer weapon than even the sharpest blade. The four seasons have served our people well. 4 heroes rest before you, wielders of the seasons. Pay homage to their skills, solve their riddle, and prove yourself worthy of elven respect, if you can. Winter shudders with ice and snow. Autumn rumbles, the sky lit aglow. Summer burns, air fiery as a hearth. Spring quenches with bloody rebirth. I am the voice of the fire. My flame bears the will of all elves and lights the way for those who wish to prove their mettle. You have solved the riddle and shown mastery over the seasons. Now you must face the trial of combat. The trial of combat has ended. You are victorious. Your prize awaits. Use it wisely, as a true friend of the elves.
This must be the wreck of the Peacemaker.
Good to see you again. Was only just thinking about you recently. Still can't get over that trick you pulled off. She's doing well, you'll be glad to hear. Well on the mend. Natalie's her name, by the way. I've told her all about what you did for her. She'll be able to go home soon, as long as she stays clear of the Magisters. Then back to usual for me. If you need healing or want to trade any goods, my door's always open. Help yourself. Everything I've got's here.
Trouble? Trouble? Bubbling skin and burning knuckle. I'll kill your shining lights. Oh, baby, oh, darling, I'm so sorry. You feel it. You feel it too. Come to me, and I'll kill your shining lights.
Oh, you won't take it off me! You won't take it off me! The book! Atlas's book! You won't take it off me!
Be on your way now, my dear. Perhaps we'll have matters to discuss again later.
I haven't felt this free in a long time. Not since before I joined the Magisters.
Oh yeah? Oh, I mean, hey, how are you? All settled in myself? Can't tell you how glad I am to be here. And thank you for bringing me. I feel it, you know? I really do.
Stand back! Not a foot on these stairs. Whatever words you carry with you, they are watty with futility. I know you for what you are, a mere mouthpiece of deception. It is of no use. The Advocate knows the tree belongs to the ring. Oh, I can measure the vile depths of your prevarications by the very pulse of this bleeding forest. You lie. You lie. You lie. Steady as the heart, you lie. Ally, ally, ally. You may be right, and blood does not lie. Very well. You're not one of the Advocate's men, but my warning still stands. Stand back. Not a foot on these stairs. Through fog we ride, through blood we wade in search of a name. A demon plots, but with his name we will bind him. This sore of bloody branches knows, but will not speak just yet. No matter. There is no remedy against patience and torture. He is the serpent that speaks with 1,000 tongues, except his own. He is the death of the soul, with a smile and a flourish. Heed my second warning. Shun the Advocate, whose very sentence is a sentence.
We will break your branch.
My, you were rather more astute than my initial verdict. A stirring display of violence. As per our terms, the location... Now, Godwoken, we both have what we sought, and thus all guarantees of safety are expired. You need not fear me, but this island hides more dangers than my claws. I recommend you go. But should I find you broken on the beach, I will shed no tears. It is something of a relic. A relic that has had its spirit defiled by the Black Ring. Now, I have work to do. This place must be cleansed, it must be healed. And you must surely know that your welcome is wearing thin.
You have kept your word, and we have kept ours. But our business is concluded. Do not linger. Your kind are not welcome.
Dear me, have you lost your path? Simply choose a direction and ambulate until you strike the shore. Once there, well, perhaps you should keep walking on that course. Hold your breath, and surely you will overcome the death fog's miasma.
She screams and screams and screams and never stops the screams. The roots quake and my bones quiver, and still the screaming. The tree, the tree, the tree. The tree's the girl, and the girl's the tree. And she screams and screams.
The howling. How can you bear it? The ancestor tree. The screams came to me on the wind, though I am not sure the devil's breath that perturbs the air here can rightly be called wind. But they've been silenced. A druid. There are too few of us. Elf-kind finds value in flesh where memory lingers. I collect memories, yes, but I am more keen on bark and leaf. On the living, well, yes. I have kept my ears to the ground, ghostly they may be. This is an archive, a library devoted to history and scholarship. There must be a record there of the elf that spawned the corrupted tree. I can't say where its entrance lays. The whispers that speak of the archive are all but drowned by my ancestors' grief.
Go, find the druid. We need to find out what he knows. I'll hold these things off. How fares the hunt, my friend? You've done me proud, Godwoken. Prouder than you could ever realize. I know how twisted the paths can get. How much more alluring the sunny glade than the rock-strewn hollows. But you know it's the darkest roads that lead to light. It will be my honor to teach you. The nature of my lesson, though, might be somewhat different from what you expect. I can deepen your bond with the Source, but you must realize that this bond comes at a cost. All life, after all, sustains itself by consumption. Like the grass feeds the herd, and the herd feeds the hunter, so you must feed, for instance, on bees. The very same. For the sum of source that flows through their festering flesh is more than enough to expand the sum that is yours. Through demise, a chance of divinity. Are you ready? Then let us begin. That is all. Their suns have set to serve a greater dawn. The world awaits your true awakening. You are very powerful already. A master of the Source. But I did not let this burst of power go to waste. It lies condensed on parchment for you to read and learn. My pleasure. And now that the lesson has ended, there is one more matter I would like to discuss. Offer you a chance to deepen our alliance. You see, the demon that you killed, the Advocate, he had a master. You might say the Advocate compared to his master, like the pussycat compares to the tiger. It is the tiger I am truly hunting. The self-same tiger, I suspect, that has been haunting Losa. Now, don't you worry. I have no intention of sending you after this archdemon. There are few enough Godwoken as it stands for me to force them into any real danger. The one thing I would like you to do for me, though, is to return through the mist to the Isle of Blood and uncover there his name. A demon's true name is its weakness, which is why it basks in being known by 1,000 different aspects of its inmost self. But such dark magic was wrought upon Blood Moon Island that its inmost self must have been there in its true guise, exposed so that it could wreak ultimate havoc. That is when its name must have been spoken. And when spoken, heard. Over there, among the blood. In the darkness of the ruins, amid the mangled dead, his name still rings, however faint. For once spoken, the echo of a demon's name never truly fades. Return to the island, Godwoken, and listen.
What's up, Chief? Well, I think I should focus on getting this demon out of my head. And of course, I think you should help me. And if we pick up a few new source tricks along the way, so be it.
You're not one of those blood things. Who are you? You look the part, I suppose. We had orders to take the island at any cost. We had spells and charms that were supposed to protect us from the death fog. They didn't work. Half of us died crossing the water. Me and some others just barely made it. But then these blood beasts attacked us right away. A few made it away. I didn't. Orders. We were told they'd work. No reason to doubt that. One of my comrades used source magic. That saved the rest of us. The death fog already burnt my lungs. But I made it ashore.
Merciful Seven, smile upon your fallen servants. Brother Ashwell, Brother Triskel, Sister Revria, usher them forth to the Hall of Echoes. Sorcerer, this island is nothing but death. You should leave. I am well versed in such things. I, my brothers and sisters, studied the wondrous, the arcane, the malignant. Easier to fight evil forces when you understand them. Corrupt things have long stalked the fringes of our world. Demons. Here we sought to help those who fell prey to the foul creatures. No more. This island was once a place of learning, of healing. We were Rivellon's sword and shield against the demons who preyed upon the weak. One of our number, a doctor, brought an invalid before us. An elven maiden who had become infested with some presence. It was powerful. Too powerful. So we sealed it and the poor elf it inhabited in our deepest vaults. Sometimes incarceration was the best we could muster in such dire cases. But the doctor who found her was determined to make a name for himself. He attempted a cleansing ritual, but he only served to strengthen the demon's grasp over the elf. The demon possessed him. Soon the whole island was overrun with monstrosities and bathed in blood. Our blood. It's a corrupt place now. No good thing has cause to be here. The archives. Parchment, books, writings about the evil things we uncovered. That knowledge didn't save us in the end. It lies to the east, beneath the earth, if it hasn't already been destroyed. The statues guard the vaults where we kept those who were beyond help. No ritual could cleanse them of the dark forces that infested them, so we sealed them away. We did not use such cruelty lightly. There was no other choice. The statues guard the path. They will grant passage to those who sing from the hymn book, from the archives. Sister Cleon, live. We hear your heartbeat. We feel your breath. Come closer. Why have you come here? This island is nothing but pain and blood. We cannot help you with such things. We are beyond it. But you have questions. We can feel them. Ask. We were scholars, priests and priestesses. We sought to study the evils of the world so that we could defeat them. Instead, we were consumed. A dark force erupted from within an innocent whom we had tried to help. It made this island its own and killed all that it found. We are beyond help. There is only pain. The archive. It was where all our records were stored. Details of patients who were treated, as well as notes on the demons and evils that we encountered. The archive bears knowledge of dark powers. Few of us were ever allowed to enter that place.
Why did he do it? Why did he do it? Oh.
Like a charm. Smell the blood and rot. No good has ever graced this place.
What are you doing here? What do you want? You mustn't linger. You mustn't remain. One must not mean harm to do it. Please, go. As a priest, I had a patient. A dastardly demon held him in its grasp. The demon absorbed all his pain in exchange for his soul. I was certain we'd only diminish the demon by overwhelming my patient with pain. I planned to torture the demon until it gave up its grip over the poor fellow. I began in earnest, but his cries pierced my heart. Even if the treatment could save him, I hadn't the stomach nor the soul for it. So I lied to the others. I told them there was no helping him. I told them to seal us down here, where he could do no harm, where I could guard his prison. Better one soul damned than two. This demon gluts itself on pain. Only the utmost torture would draw him forth. I couldn't do it. I refused to subject myself or my comrades to such barbarism. If you've the stomach for such an ungodly task, I won't keep you from it. Perhaps you could inflict the pain that's needed, but it is a devil's business. We broke the lever for the door when we locked him inside, so that none would ever attempt to free him. No matter what, the demon itself must not be freed. The horrors he would wreak upon our world.
To open one of the vault doors. Vault looks unfinished. Was it never used? This is the place. The entrance to the archive must be near.
So much history. I could get lost in these tomes.
No, it isn't here. This is impossible. You, my brother, help me find it. There is little time. This is no time to feign ignorance, my friend. The Doctor's arrogance may end us all. He has released a dark presence upon us. It must never sing the taming. The hymnals must be destroyed. And yet, I see no sign one was ever here. You must help me look. You must be feverish. I can't explain why you seem so ignorant, child. I would not be surprised if sickness had spread across the Isle. The Doctor was surely ill to risk all that he's built here. Now be silent. Your questions vex me, and I have no time for idle chatter.
Connected as one. The past and the present slain. Absolution and redemption await the one whose sins are many.
Hilt of a blade, I do believe, but clearly no ordinary blade.
Oh, hi! Did you get it? Did you get the potion? Oh, I only need one. Geraldine, that's great news. One each. These will take effect any moment now. I can't thank you enough. Thank you? Is that thanks enough? My potion's starting to work, Mabel.
Here we go. If I never see another again,
better.
it'll be too soon. Oh, hi! Nice to see you. Bye then. That'll teach you to make assumptions then, won't it? I like this place.
Glad to see you. You still have my gratitude. Thanks for keeping quiet about, you know. Oh, gods. Look! Just go.
What?
Where did you hear that precisely? Never mind. The Aeteran is a children's fable, nothing more. Supposedly a wand with an infinite capacity for source. Pure nonsense, I assure you. Really? Well, perhaps that says more about the caliber of their intellect than anything else. Such a device would be a gross overconcentration of power. It could purge the entire world of all source. Luckily, the laws of the universe render such a thing impossible. Oh, very good. Very, very, very good. This, my friend, is the key. Give me some time, and every deity in existence will tremble at the sight of you. Lovely. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must work.
There's got to be more to it.
You should go from here. This is no place for the living, for the sane. As a priest, I had a patient. A dastardly demon held him in its grasp. The demon absorbed all his pain, in exchange for his soul. I was certain we'd only diminish the demon by overwhelming my patient with pain. I planned to torture the demon until it gave up its grip over the poor fellow. I began in earnest, so I lied. Better one soul damned than two. As the levers fixed, perhaps you could extract him. But you'd have to be able to contain him, defeat him once he'd been loosed. Who am I to say if you're prepared for that? I suppose the alternative is no better than trusting you. Go, do what you can. Be wary. This demon knows no distance, no remorse.
Ah, look at you. Handsome, handsome. Come close, won't you? A little My, how long it's been. How very, very long it's been. Would you believe Brother Calvin locked me up in here because he said I was possessed by a demon? Just because I don't feel pain. Have you ever heard anything so superstitious? Oh, he would be. Old Brother No Life took it on himself to stow me down here like a jar of summer peaches he was saving for next winter's pie. You gotta wonder what for, huh? Maybe I was a little kooky back then, but you'd be amazed how sobering millennia of imprisonment can be. Praise the Seven, right? Praise the Seven, that's all over. You are here to free me, right? Well then, just destroy the pillars. Nothing to it, for one not wrapped in chains. Hey, come on. Don't act like I'm not here. Yes, please, release me from him. The pain, I can take it, but he can't. What are you doing? Stop it! Stop it now! Stop it and destroy the pillars! Is it me? Can I can. I can speak. It's my voice. My word. The one who set me free. I owe them everything. Everything.
You've done it. I can hardly believe it. So long it's been the length of millennia within these stone walls. You did what I could not. This peace I feel, like every knot in my soul were unwound. I'm going up. Thank you.